What's up, Average Dad fans? Welcome back to another video, and today is Mate XT and XTS. Should you upgrade from one to the other? If you don't have either of them just now, which one should you buy? And as a little added sprinkle of bonusness, the Samsung G Fold, there has been more leaks, rumours and facts about the device. I'm going to summarise them here. Let's go. Now, unlike other reviewers out there, they will have you believe that the iPhone Air deserves a dedicated unboxing video. The Apple Watch Ultra 3, the AirPods 3 Pro deserve their own dedicated videos. Folks, it just ain't true. They're absolutely wasting your time because, let me tell you, the unboxing experience on every single Apple device is dull, bland, soulless, and always just underwhelming. So, the reason I bring that up is because I could have done a Mate XT versus XTS video that I was planning to do, but that would be wasting your time because, folks, before I mention whether you should upgrade, some context. The Huawei Mate XT that I have in my possession is the same phone as the new Huawei Mate XTS, barring, we'll say 3 things, but it's really only 2 things, but we'll say 3. Now, for a more in-depth kind of comparison video, you can check out Anakin's video on the Average Dad 2 channel. The differences are, the new XTS has a larger sensor on the ultra-wide camera. It also has a new true colour sensor. It's essentially to help with colour tones, and it maybe works if you squint, but it's not upgrade worthy. The other difference is the chipset. Instead of the current 9010, we've got the current 9020. And folks, it's not worth the upgrade. So yeah, that's why I'm adding on the Samsung G Fold here, because that's it. There is absolutely no reason on this earth why you should sell your XT to get the XTS. However, if you do not have an XT at the moment, should you go and buy the XT or the XTS? You should buy the XT. For 3 reasons. Firstly, as mentioned, it's the same phone as the XTS. Secondly, it comes in a global version. Now, Huawei Global is different to other phone manufacturers' global versions because Huawei still can't get the Google Play Store. It still can't get Android Auto natively, but you can do the Aurora Store workaround that I've talked about ad nauseum in this video, and I'll link it down below. It's far easier to manipulate EMUI, which is the OS found on the global Huawei, than it is Harmony OS Next, found on the Chinese XTS. Folks, I like to think that I know my shit when it comes to phones and Huawei's. No matter what, I have not been able to install the Aurora Store or a lot of the applications I really want. The only way to do it is through the Easy Abroad app, which keeps everything locked in a folder. You can't move it around your home screen. Or the odd APK, which even then basically don't work. And the software tries its best to stop you installing things. So you should buy the XT for the ease of use, the fact that it's the same phone, and then that third reason, the price. The price of the XT Global 1TB version is cheaper by a few £100s than the 1TB XTS Chinese version. And of course, there is an obvious glaring difference in terms of design. you can get the XTS in purple and white, which is absolutely stunning, but paying extra money, having those software problems for a purple or white phone isn't worth it. Especially when, I mean, is anyone calling the red or the black XT ugly? No. So there we have it. Yet another example where me, average dad, who owns the Average Dad Tech Store, is telling people, do not upgrade. So for anyone that wants to throw back in my face that I'm trying to boost sales, no, absolutely never will I, and never have I. Do not upgrade. And I'll take it a step further. Unless you're desperate to get a tri-folding phone and be one of the first to have one, don't even go out and buy a Mate XT. Just wait, because, and here's the G Fold stuff, Samsung are, well, they're actually not getting closer. They're technically getting further away from the release of the G Fold, but we'll touch on that now. The Samsung G Fold, and the reason it's called that is because it folds, they say, like a G. And I guess the G Fold makes sense, and that's fine. I am excited for the G Fold. But unfortunately, the release date, which I did mention in a previous G Fold video, has been pushed back to as late as November, we're hearing now. So for all the people that thought it was coming out in September, I get it. There's a lot of rumours online, but yeah, I didn't ever foresee it coming out in September. It looks like a second week in November release, which is still fine, folks. The fact that we're getting a Samsung Trifold in 2025, a full year before Apple release a bifold phone, yeah, I'm cool with that. Well done, Samsung. And when you look at it, God, it's exciting. Now, granted, the form factor I've talked about doesn't seem as practical as the Mate XT because it only opens fully, meaning you can't have it in a normal folded mode using two screens. You can have it as one screen or all three screens. But because the design is like the Samsung Z Fold 7, which is much improved, the thing's going to be pretty thin. It's going to have the same cameras, a triple camera setup like the Z Fold 7, including the 200 megapixel camera. And more excitingly, and I really, really, truly to God hope this is true, the Samsung Z Fold 7 has a 4400 milliamp hour battery, which is criminal in 2025 for a large format foldable phone. But the way it does it, it splits it in two cells. You've got your left hand side, your right hand side, you know what I'm trying to say, that have a 2200 milliamp hour cell. It's actually like 2150 and 2250 in each panel. I am hearing, because there's now a third panel, you're getting another 2200 milliamp hours. So the rumours are a 6600 milliamp hour cell on the G Fold. That puts it nearly 1000 milliamp hours. In fact, a full 1000 milliamp hours larger than the Mate XT. Combined with a Snapdragon Elite chip that will be inside, I don't think we're going to have any battery anxiety from a 10.1 inch tablet sized phone. Now, the Mate XT is pretty damn good with battery. I've talked about this before, but there's no one on the planet that's calling this a 2-day phone. Maybe the G Fold could be a 2-day phone tablet. Fantablet? Tabphone. Yeah, we'll need to think of a name. So that was my little sprinkle bonus tidbit of G Fold news. Some specifications, the release date, and just to finish off, the price. The price is almost irrelevant though, because it may only be released in South Korea. And if it's anything like the Samsung Z Fold Special Edition, you are looking at roughly 40 to 60% overs on the price. Meaning if you use the Average Dad Tech Store or Wanda Mobile or GizStop, you will pay a premium to import this device. Around about $4,000 to $5,000 or £3,000 to £3,800. I know, bloody extortionate. But a Samsung trifold with One UI and that massive screen. Bearing in mind I use the Samsung Tab S10 Ultra just now, which is absolutely the best tablet known to man. I'm excited to have a tablet-sized Samsung in my pocket. If you haven't already, please smash subscribe. I am so close to 75,000 subscribers, which means you are so close to potentially winning the phone of your dreams. And give this video a like, give it a share. Until next time.